Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is March 3rd, 2022, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, crude oil that is climbing higher to $114 a barrel. Now looking at the major economic events of the day, at 5 p.m. South African time out of the United States, we have ISM Services PMI numbers coming out, and Fed Chairman Powell will continue his testifying in front of Congress. Now, looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the euro slumps and does not bounce whatsoever. The British pound got a little bit of a bounce, but the Australian dollar actually breaking out. And we mentioned this yesterday. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ get a rally. I'm not sure if that's going to follow through. Looking at commodities, oil, new record highs at 114, and gold pretty much unchanged. Looking at the stocks, tech stocks that lift the markets higher. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin retracing at resistance. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start here with the Eur Usd on a weekly chart, and you can see, look at this. It's right here at 111.03, not bouncing whatsoever, okay? And this anticipation of the war spilling over to Europe is that much more greater. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen today, tomorrow, but that's something to consider as we continue trading this market. Now, looking at the Australian dollar on the flip side, look at what's happening here. Trading at 73.195. That's as high as we get to this resistance-ish level. We were trading here at 72.87, and look at that nice pop-up. Now, looking at the next real resistance level, looking at a daily chart, the next real resistance level is at 75. Okay, so we do have some way to get up there. Now, looking at the GBP USD, a little bit of a bounce here to 134. So you got that bounce where the euro you didn't. That's called relative weakness. So the next time the market sells off, I would expect the euro to actually tank further. Now looking at commodities, first looking at gold trading at 1927, not much of a change, right? 1918, 1927, not doing much here, just hanging out here. But look at oil. Oil trading at $114 a barrel. We were at 110 yesterday and just taking it up higher. And this is really what's happening, or the spillover, what's happening in Russia. This could actually accumulate very, very quickly, where you're seeing not just the sanctions happening on Russia, but counteroffensive on Russia's part. Cyber attacks, very covert kind of actions on Russia's part to take out the United States. Now, looking at the various stocks, the tech stocks that led us up higher, Apple trading at 166, hitting a resistance-ish area. So it'd be very interesting to see if we get that follow through today. Facebook actually climbed yesterday to 208. Not doing much, but it's a climb nonetheless, right? Microsoft jumping to 300, which is a very important number for us psychologically. Cisco also jumping here to 56.17. Okay, so you saw some action here on the upside, okay, where the stocks did bounce, but is there going to be follow through? Tesla also trading to 880 and at the top of our range. So this is all trading together, okay? There's nothing really leaning us higher per se. Okay, JP Morgan actually had a decent day yesterday, but then giving it up. And look at that. We traded even lower, but to 139 after, opening up at 134. So that was also something that we can consider looking at into today, because this was the weakest out of the bunch. Okay, and with that said, let's see if we do get that follow through. Is this going to be a dead cat bounce, or is this going to be really like a beginning of a little rally that we're going to find ourselves trading in? Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin trading up to 44,800, and now retracing from it. Okay, we're hitting that level, not breaking above it, but it could be a fake out breakout. Look at the moving averages. They're trading against each other right here as they're kind of catching up for themselves. The 8-day catching up closer to the 30-day moving average. Okay, when you get these crossovers, they're very important. So keep an eye on this later today. If this does retrace itself back to this 41,000 area, okay, that would be the next support-ish area if it doesn't break above 44,800. So markets are still digesting what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. The spillover of it going into NATO, that's yet to be seen. So there's still a lot of questions in the market as to what we can anticipate in the next day or so. This is Fred Razak, and I wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.